Hey there, what's going on YouTube? Today I created a video about the all-important Steadicam and the history of how it got to where it is today. Let's get into it. The Steadicam is a brand of camera stabilizer mount for motion picture cameras that mechanically isolates itself from the operator's movement. It allows for a greater smooth shot even when moving quickly over an uneven surface. The Steadicam was invented by cameraman Garret Brown and introduced in 1975. Before the camera stabilizing system, a director had two choices for moving shots. 1. The camera could be mounted on a camera dolly, a wheeled mount that rolls on tracks or leveled boards. This is time consuming to set up and, depending on the location, impractical in many situations. Or the camera operator could hold the camera in his hands. This allows for greater speed and flexibility, but even the most skilled operator cannot entirely prevent shaking. Handheld camera footage has traditionally been considered suitable for most documentaries, news, reportage work, live action, unrehearsable footage, or to evoke an atmospheric, authentic immediacy. While these cinematic techniques are still common, the Steadicam has added another dimension to motion picture cinematography and videography. The Steadicam essentially combines the stabilized steady footage of a conventional tripod mount with the fluid motion of dolly shot and the flexibility of a handheld camera work. While smoothly following the operator's broad movement, the Steadicam's armature absorbs jerks, bumps and shakes. The Steadicam was introduced to the industry in 1975 by inventor and cameraman Garret Brown, who originally named the invention the Brown Stabilizer. After completing the first working prototype, Brown shot a 10-minute demo reel of the revolutionary moves his new device could produce. This reel was seen by numerous directors, including Stanley Kubrick and John G. Avildsen. The Steadicam was subsequently licensed to and manufactured by Cinema Products Corporation, which later diversified the brand into a consumer line for DV cameras. The Steadicam was first used in the Best Picture nominated Woody Guthrie biopic Bound for Glory, created in 1976. Debuting with a shot that compounded the Steadicam's innovation, cinematographer Haskell Wexler had Brown start the shot on a fully elevated platform crane which jibbed down, and when it reached the ground, Brown stepped off and walked the camera through the sets. This technically audacious and previously impossible shot created considerable interest in how it had been accomplished and impressed the Academy enough for Wexler to win the Oscar for Best Cinematography that year. With the word spread through Hollywood like a wildfire, it was then used in another movie in an extensive running and chase scenes on the streets of New York City in Marathon Man, created in 1976, which was actually released 2 months before Bound for Glory and landed a notable third credit in Avildsen's Best Picture winning Rocky in 1976, where it was an integral part of the film's Philadelphia street jogging training sequences and the run-up the art museum's flight of stairs, as well as the fight scenes where it can even be plainly seen in operation at the ringside during some wide shots of the final fight. Rocky was also released before Bound for Glory. Garret Brown was the Steadicam operator on all of these. Then another movie from 1980, The Shining, pushed Brown's innovations even further when director Stanley Kubrick requested that the camera shoot from barely above the ground. This prompted the innovation of a low mode bracket to mount the top of the camera to the bottom of an inverted post, which substantially increased the creative angles of the system, which previously could not go much lower than the operator's waist's height. This low mode concept remains the most important extension to the system since its inception. The Steadicam rig was also employed during the filming of Return of the Jedi in 1983, in conjunction with 2 gyroscopes for extra stabilization to film the background plates for the speeder bike chase. Brown, who personally operated the shot, walked through a redwood forest, with the camera running at a speed of less than 1 frame per second. The end result when projected at 24 frames per second, gave the impression of flying through the air of perilous speeds. In the Michael Crichton film Runaway in 1984, a Steadicam rig was used to simulate the point of view of a futuristic smart bullet in flight while targeting specific individuals by their heat signature. The Steadicam has completely changed how movies are made today. This technology is now used in all types of videography. It is now also widely used in live TV broadcasting. However, Steadicams are now not the only option.
We're adding a gyroscope. So, we're adding a 3-axis gyro, which is fantastic. Pitch, roll, and yaw. Also rotation around gravity. And we've tied the gyro and the accelerometer and even the compass together to provide 6-axis motion sensing.
Ever since smartphones have been using tiny gyroscopes, the parts have become cheap enough for them to be implemented into self-balancing devices. Inventors have now created 3-axis stabilized gimbals that are able to hold a camera up to a certain weight. This device needs to be powered, but it does an amazing job at stabilizing video footage. Slowly with time, these devices will be implemented in all corners of the industry. However, this all started with the Steadicam inventor, Garret Brown. What is up, guys? This is the end of the video. I hope you guys like this type of content because I really enjoy creating this. And I know it's been a while since my last video. I don't really know why. It could be a loss of motivation, so I'm sorry about that. But I'm not going to promise anything. But obviously, just in case, you can subscribe and you'll definitely know when I upload my next video. So I will catch you next time. Ah, shit, I forgot to mention this. Likes equals more motivation.